What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time we're continuing on with our patrol, trying to search out the rest of the Genesis, and we got a request from Maxim himself. I don't think he's up here anymore. Maxim Lugan, you know, top of the line Z1 racer, pointed out that there seems to be a anti-immigration attack that's going to be happening during this year's race, it seems. One of the newer racers, Aslan, who is of Central Eastern descent, is one of the top runners to, you know, give Maxim, you know, a run for his money. So Maxim hired us to basically work inner security here at the Grand Prix itself. So that's what we're here to do. So we don't have any more 4 SPGs to handle. All we have is the Grand Circuit stuff. So let's go ahead and check in at the counter and get inside. Should we give our names at the counter and head into the Speedway? Yep. You're looking to purchase the ticket unless you have a reservation. I'm afraid it's standing room only. The name's Van Arkride. Maxim Lugan should have something set up for us. Oh, so you're friends of Mr. Lugan. My apologies. Mr. Van Arkride, was it? Yes, I have you right here. That'll be 9 event passes for you. Go right ahead and enter the venue. Got it. The VIP treatment isn't so bad. Alright, a nice... I've never been to like a NASCAR show or anything myself, so obviously stuff in video games is the closest I'll ever get. Oh, so we have an hour and a half until the race starts. Okay. It's a little past noon. The race is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. sharp. Couldn't ask for better driving weather either. Yes, it feels great outside, and the sky is clearing up nicely. On the other hand, the stands are already filling in, even with 2 hours to go. Just goes to show how much they're champing at the bit. I mean, shouldn't it be chomping at the bit? Either way. This is, after all, the Grand Prix annual finals. The crowd's fervor is almost palpable. How do we plan on finding those bozos, then? Don't tell me you plan on grilling the audience one seat at a time. Even with so many people here, how doing that would only draw unwanted attention to us. Incidentally, Runa gave you some sort of data before he parted. What was it? Just a little trick to help zero in on the enemy. The terrorist weaponry of choice are specially designed to bypass standard metal detectors. As luck would have it, we managed to get our hands on a similar model from the Blacklight District. If you install this data and perform a shard search, it should help you identify them. Best of luck. Wow, the CID thinks of everything. I'd call it over-prepared, but it saves us to ask, so we might as well roll with it. I'll forward the data to you guys, so that way we can split up and cover as much ground as possible. Our first order of business will be to pinpoint any terrorists hiding at the Speedway. Then we surround them, close in, and corral the whole group at once. Simple as that. There's just one thing. I want Reset to act as our operator. Okay. That means compiling everyone's findings and passing along my instructions when needed. As you wish. Good. Now let's get this done. Right. Alright, we're all fanned out. Time for me to start moving too.
ザイファの設定も完了と。あとはシャードサーチで探すだけか。夢たちのためにもテロリストは確実に捕まえねえとな。
Okay, we don't know you guys. I'm not shard searching yet because I wanted to see if there's anyone in the audience we know. You know, it's not completely full. Like, those stands over there are kind of empty. I already know where it is. Like, I remember doing this, so... Oh, hey, it's Juniper and Graham and all of them. My uncle's been giving me predictions left and right on the final race. ETWS and Ingrid finally are definitely neck and neck for the top spot, but now there's snowy roads in the mix. Where? Where do you see snow anywhere on this? Thankfully the weather's lightened up a bit, but anything can happen. You know, man, I'm so nervous I can hardly concentrate. Yeah, if Leno or Red Star get first place here, they could end up winning the whole Grand Prix. Oh boy, things are so heated, I might just lose my mind. Well, I see you guys are enjoying yourselves, as usual. Yeah, I've been going to the Z1 since I was 3, but the adrenaline of the last race just never gets old. You should hurry and grab a seat, Van. Should be starting any second. I'm here on business, actually. Gotta take care of it fast, so the rest of you in the stands can have a good time. Well, maybe we shouldn't tell everyone that. For the record, my favorites to win are Ingrid and Leno. Team Ingrid's got a decent chance of bringing it home. But obviously, I want Leno to do well too, since I drive a Kabul myself. Maxim has a pretty good shot at taking his 4th championship in a row. Ooh, I'm so excited, my heart's about to jump out of my chest. Aslan's given the veterans a real run for their mirror this year. Maxim can't afford to slip up today. Not that it's all riding on him. The sport's as much about the car and pit crew's performance as is the drivers. First place is still up for grabs. That's what gets us so fired up in the stands. That reminds me, I mean, completely off topic, but obviously Nintendo Switch 2 is right around the corner from having another live stream, and I did see some rumors that apparently, like, the new Mario Kart, like Mario Kart 9 or 10, whatever they end up calling it, might have like a game mode where you actually do like the whole pit crew type thing, change your wheels in the middle of a race. So I wonder how that would work. Very odd thing to talk about when I'm playing an RPG, but just came to mind. So it looks like there's nothing here, so let's go ahead and check out here, I guess. Listen, Carlos, you're the only one we can turn to for this. If you say no, we'll have to forfeit our slot. Give me a break. I retired a decade ago. My foot hasn't even healed all the way. The world of Z1 is no Sunday drive, you know. I won't argue that point, but still. I mean, he doesn't even look like that young either. Carlos, that's the guy who used to race for Leno way back when. He seems to be deep in conversation with one of their reps. Nothing's popping up in the search, though, so I doubt they're with the terrorists. No sense of poking in their business. Guess I'll go sweep the stands again. Okay, so are we even allowed to leave? Okay, you can open the door, but you can't leave. Seems silly to even let you open the door. Alright. Enough distractions. So, I wonder where the rest of our group is, because obviously we're the only ones here. I assume they're probably in different... You're supposed to assume that they're in different sections of the stands, even though we can't see them. I already know where the guy is. He's down here. Suspicious man. I'm getting a hit from that guy. No two ways about it. Doesn't seem like he's part of a group, though. I'll just stand by and keep an eye on him until reset calls. The rest of the team have completed their investigations. Ultimately, the only positive search result was the man you came across. Yeah, just check with Rune. He says the others might be outside the arena. If not, the chances that they're hiding somewhere on the racetrack. Anyway, I'm gonna move it on this one. Can you relay the plan to everyone else? Certainly. Excuse me, you got a second? Need something? Let's just say you've been selected for a stop and search. Mind telling me about what you're concealing there? How could you possibly? Just in case you get any funny ideas, we already have you surrounded. Surrender quietly. I didn't realize I'd drawn so much attention. So be it. Oh. Trying to make a suicide run? Not on my watch. Big talk for a little lady. Why did she make my spine chill? Ah, forget it. Sorry, but this road's closed. You ain't getting by these two lovely ladies. Give yourself up without fuss. You may still get off with a minimum sentence. Beauty's Blade 2? Guess escape is no longer an option in that case. Comrades to arms, So his playmates were hiding under shard camouflage. He wasn't just running around randomly. And nothing we weren't expecting. I love how you still, like, see people in the stands just cheering and waving, not seeing what's going on over here. How you holding up, Elaine? Perfectly fine, thank you. Look at them. I think we can all agree the odds are stacked against you. Even then, you're still gonna pick a fight? Don't take us lightly. We're the true grievance brigade, yeah, I know. The leaders Calvar needs most. Now our sponsors have dropped us, our backs are against the wall. A shame we couldn't drag those blasted immigrants into this. I mean, you would think that, you know, with, you know, Ferry is obviously Central Eastern. They think they'd at least want to take her out. We'll just have to settle for taking you down with us instead. They also would probably go after someone like Nina, because Nina has some Eastern blood in her, as we know. These guys have a lot more health than I was expecting. Alright. 2 left. We're done for. Long live the Republic. We didn't kill you. They're down for the count. I could have gone for more of a challenge, to be honest. The Genesis still hasn't reacted so far. Does that mean there's no corrosion going on? It's difficult to say. This may not have been all their surviving members. Right, we can't afford to drop our guards. For now, let's hand these guys over to Rune. At the same time, the CID apprehended a separate unit of the True Grievance Brigade. When combined with the one Van's team had captured, all remnants of the group were accounted for and in custody. Thus did the brigade's plans to interfere with the Z1 Grand Prix and negotiate the release of their comrades skid to a halt. Alright, still an hour before the show. That takes care of the terrorists. So now what? Do we keep up the investigation here or move somewhere else entirely? Good question. I'm still getting a whiff of something suspicious. The Genesis. It's reacting, so we're on the right track? At the very least, we need to stay sharp until the race is over and done with. Shall we take another turn through the stands and garages? Yeah, and anywhere else we can think of while we're at it. Poking around blindly irks me a bit, but I suppose it's the best we can do right now. Yeah, we have no leads, and there's only less than an... Okay, here we go. 2 o'clock p.m. It's time for the race to begin. Having flushed out the terrorists, Van and company continued their investigation with a wary eye. Here they go. With no suspicious activity to be found, the Z1 Grand Prix went on as scheduled. Alright. As the group remained vigilant, the race plowed ahead, with a number of dramatic developments along the way. In the end, it was a showdown between Maxim and Aslan in a fierce, fervent bid for first place. While keeping in touch with the CID, Van and the others elected to watch the deciding moment from the stands. At long last, the race entered its final leg. Yeah, these races go on for a while. So now we're all just watching together.
いよいよ勝者が決まるわけね。
このままマクシムが逃げ切るか、アスランが再び抜き返すのか。
まさに手に汗握る展開ですね。
まさかここまで見せ上がるとはな。
一瞬たりとも目が離せません。
ああ、こっちまで緊張してきたよ。
私も Z1 を見始めて長いが、ここまで熱い勝負はいつぶりかね。
おばあちゃんにそこまで言わせるなんて、まさに最高のデッドヒートね。おじさん、頑張って。あと一息。ゴールラインは目の前よ。
このまま優勝すれば4連覇か。許したわけじゃねえが。
Right, that's Aslan.
ここで仕掛けるんだ。
おお、
すっげえ。
いけ
どっちだ。
Oh no.
Oh, マジかよ。
Well, there's our reset point. An explosion kills both Maxim and Aslan. We gotta go back 2 hours. More than, like, almost 3. Well, that takes care of the terrorists. So now what? Oh yeah, okay. feeling. Y'all remember what just happened? The explosion, I mean. We've gone through another rewind, I can sense it. Yes, it was right after we turned the terrace over to Rune. But more to the point, we can't let that tragedy play out again. No shit, let's pull ourselves together and get to it. In order to do so, we need to get a firm grasp on what actually happened. An explosion of that scale couldn't have just been a simple crash. I'm of the same mind. In all probability, one of the Z1 cars had some manner of explosive attached to it. But it didn't just explode, they crashed into each other first. No way. But who would do that? We already caught all the terrorists. More remnants for one, or perhaps a more reasonary theory is they have a collaborator. From any point of view, the explosion seemed to originate from Aslan's vehicle. That was the way I saw it too. About this whole rewinding business though, what a profoundly fascinating experience. Still, I have a sneaking feeling I've gone through this someplace before. Don't tell me she remembers the poison gas incident on Nemeth Island. Feels like getting tossed in a washing machine if I'm being real. Back on topic, it's safe to bet Aslan's car is the one carrying the explosive. And Maxim was unlucky enough to get caught up in it too. We're short on time, let's just work with what we know and get to stepping. Yeah, let's make our way over to Ingrid's garage and get a look at his ride. We'll give Rune and Maxim a heads up so they can run interference for us. Act 3, Route B, Grand Circuit Tragedy. I understand the situation, but we already performed an inspection on the car before bringing it in. I'm fairly certain there are no issues to be found. They were right, he is a pretty boy. Maybe so, but this is a request from the CID. Not to mention, Maxim is worried for us too. It'd really put me at ease if we could clear this up. Well, if you insist, then I suppose it's fine. Not to worry, this will take no time at all. Aslan's just as good a guy as we heard, huh? Yes, I'm glad he was willing to vouch for us. Rodney, what are you doing here? I thought the final checks were finished already. Well, ain't that sketchy. Excuse me a sec. Hey, no need to rough up our mechanic. God, of all the lousy timing. You're not Rodney. Who in the blazes? Is it me or have we seen this guy's mug before? Oh, is that our guy from Arashian? If I squint just right, yeah. He appears to have trimmed up a tad since our last encounter. That's some dedicated camouflage. But it wasn't enough to pull the wool over our eyes. He's the one who caused a stir over at Arashian, the anti-immigration activist Jacobin. Yeah, he really did lose some weight. Gah. Didn't think you had the cojones to strut out in the open. You're that infernal Spriggan. Fooled me once, shame on you, but twice? Van, I found the bomb. It was wedged in a gap under the engine cover. Nice work, Quattro. I almost drove out with that. And so the miniature explosive attached to Aslan's Z1 race car was safely removed. The real mechanic, who Jacobin had knocked out and tied up, was then found unharmed. Alright, take two. The Z1 Grand Prix once more.
今度はマクシムがアスラムを追う展開か。まさか。
They exploded again? Alright, double reset time. Same time as well. So does that mean Maxim's vehicle had one as well? Here we are again. Another rewind. And the timing was exactly the same as before. In the end, we couldn't stop the tragedy from repeating itself, though it did play out differently compared to last time. Yeah, right down to how the race was going. But the part that stuck out to me the most was the size of the explosion. I noticed that too. It was smaller. Compared to the first explosion, it was way smaller, and the cars were slightly less damaged. You're right. I didn't see it in as much detail as Ferry, but I did have the same thought. What I don't understand is how it even happened. We definitely removed the bomb that was placed in Aslan's car. There must have been two from the very beginning. That's the only logical conclusion. The first explosion was caused by both bombs going off, while the second was just caused by one. Put that way, the logic checks out. In summary, an explosion was planted not only in Mr. Aslan's vehicle, but Mr. Lugan's as well. Do I have that right? Couldn't even get a word in edgewise there. But yeah, I'd say y'all hit the nail on the head. You guys sure are a sharp bunch. Something tells me you're stumped on who actually planted the extra bomb, though. A few ideas come to mind, but we don't have enough material to narrow things down. And that brings us to you, Judith. I've got a job that only a resident prowler could pull off. I see where this is going. You want me to stake out the ETWS garage, right? Yep, the limelight's all yours. If everything goes right, we'll have our other culprit. What about the Ingra bomb? Are you just gonna leave it be? We may have to let Jacobin walk for now. Apprehending him would be sure to cause a disturbance. And if it puts the other culprit on their guard, they'll be right back to square one. Time's on our side, so I'll get right to it. You think you get uncomfortable being up like that for so long. Oh boy. It's Maxim himself.
今手にしていたものはそんなまさか彼だったなんてというわけで犯人はマクシム・ルーガンその人よなぜ自分の命もろとも後輩の命を狙っているのかはわからないけど
Well, good work either way. The possibility did cross my mind. Let's just put a pin in this for now. I got one more favor to ask of our world-class Phantom Thief. Shoot, at this point I may as well go the whole Selge. This time it's right up your alley. I want you to pull a heist. You'll have to time it when Maxim's guard is down, just before the race begins. As for what you'll be stealing, what else could it be but those two bombs? Sounds like my kind of fun. You're on. Wait, how do you expect me to steal from two cars at the same time? No one said you had to do it all alone. Don't you got a top cat you can call on? Grandma.
さあ、今すべての Z1 カーがスターティンググリッドに並びました。ここでなんとシェリド皇太子殿下から伝言とサプライズプレゼントがあります。カルバードに、そして Z1 グランプリに栄光あれ。
これは驚いたな。まさかこんなものを仕込んでいたとは。
すごいわね。
皇太子さんもやるじゃねえか。
大きな花火、本当に綺麗です。
豪勢なもんだぜ。
それにしてもよく間に合いましたね。
サプライズの花火だと、それもエルザイムの皇太子からと。
そこまでよ。
貴様を爆発物使用未遂罪で拘束する。なぜそれをしている？
Well, you just admitted to it.
だがバンのやつ、よくもこんな土壇場で無茶な注文をしてくれるものだ。ともあれ、シェリド殿下には名前を貸してくれたことを感謝しなくては。
ええ、ギルドからも改めてお礼を言っておかないと。あとは
これはこれでいい土産になった。さあ集中だ。
お宝ゲットよ。おばあちゃんの方は
限定的な変身だったが、まだまだ驚いちゃいないもんだね。
ってなんで現役の私より手際がいいのよ。バンジうまくいったみたいだね。
Yeah, speaking of Van, where is he?
残るミッションはあと一つか。
はい、このまま最後までレースを見守りましょう。あとはお願いします、バンさん。
With that, Van and crew's third iteration of the Grand Prix started up anew. As expected, it came down to a head-to-head battle between Maxim and Aslan. Once again, the race arrived at a final ill-fated lap.
ついにレースも大詰め、ファイナルラップ。栄光を手にするのは赤い流星か若き新星か。
マクシム先輩、今日こそあなたを超えさせてもらいます。
アスラン、本当に腕を上げたな。
恨むなよ。
マクシム選手、アスラン選手をブロック。
まだ起爆スイッチを。どうした？故障か？
マクシム選手、スピードダウン。強引に行き過ぎたか？
こうなったら思い切りぶつけるまでだ。
さて一丁やるか。
両者ともに譲らない。凄まじい。
They got Van in a car.
周回遅れの最後尾にまで追いついた。あっと、あのマシンは。
こんなところにレノが直前に棄権したはずじゃ。こいつわざと接触を？
悪いがこのままコースアウトしてもらうぜ。
チャンピオンが意地を見せた。素晴らしいハンドルさばき。
さすがは赤い流星。あそこから押し返されるとはな。だがここから直撃するのは無理だろ。
Well, we found our corrosion.
マクシム選手、猛烈な追い上げです。信じられない速度。これが赤き流星の底力。
No explosion this time, though.
とんでもないことになりました。優勝争いの2人がまさかのコースアウト。安否が気になるところです。
That was crazy. Yep, so Maxim must have the third Genesis on him.
赤黒いオーラに異常な身体能力。最初からチャンピオンが侵食されてたってわけかよ。
So he was corroded even when he gave us the request.
向かった先は関係者の駐車場か。こっちも急いで車を出さねえとな。
From there, Van immediately rendezvoused with the others, who proceeded to split up between his, Elaine's, and Kincaid's vehicles. They took off in the pursuit of Maxim, who had located making his way into the suburbs.
マクシムさん、一体どこを目指しているんでしょうか。
さあな、候補はいろいろあるだろうが、どうしてもっつうから乗せはしたが、危険と判断したら降りてもらうからな。
ええ、分かっているわ。マクシムおじさん、
あの野郎、一体何が。
カトル、準備できたのか。
なんとか向こうの車載通信機につなげられたよ。リゼットさん、通話の共有化は準備できたかな。
プロセス完了です、カトル様。
ありがとう。それじゃあ通話を開始するよ。
聞こえるか、チャンピオン。
なんだ。
悪いが通信機をハッキングさせてもらったぜ。一体なんでこんなことをしてんのか、ちょいと聞かせてもらいたくてな。
君たちには関係のない話だ。
私が相手でも言えないかしら。
ポーレット、一番傷ついている君が無理をする必要なんてない。僕が全て解決する。だから
先輩。
目を覚ましたか、貴様。下道な行いがポーレットたちを。
何を言って。
とにかく話は終わりだ。これ以上後を追うのはやめてくれ。
通信機を叩き壊しやがったか。
ポーレットさんが傷ついている。
Which means his memory's been messed with too.
いいえ、それが全く。
You know, so much for the race, though. If we don't get another reset, then the race is completely ruined.
ここは
ディルク記念公園。奴にとってのこだわりの場所ってわけか。
You're those folks that always come around to exterminate monsters. We just had someone force their way through the forested area. I think he dragged another person in with him, too. They were both dressed in racing suits, but the air about them was anything but normal. Please, sir, settle down. You're the Bracer. Yes, we're here as a part of a joint effort with the Intelligence Division. I am Kincaid of the CID. Those extermination requests you mentioned were issued by me. It just so happens we've had 2 persons of interest flee into this park. My collaborators and I are in the midst of pursuing them. We'd appreciate if you could let us take things from here. Aw, look at this trio. I see. I guess I can rest easy with the CID and Guild on the case. Here's the key. Best of luck to you. Really smooth talked your way through that one, huh? Drastic times call for drastic measures. While we may not be Spriggans, this much should be within our bounds.
それでこの先のことなんですが。ええ、私たちはここにいた方が良さそうね。けど。
残念だがユメ、さすがについていくのは危険だぜ。
ユメちゃん、どうか心配しないで待っていてください。私たちがちゃんと無事にマクシムさんを連れて帰りますから。アニエスちゃん、フェリちゃん、わかった。さあ、改めて向かうわよ。
I mean, we've known there's been something off with Yume since this morning.
森林区画は入って左手でしたね。
ああ、去年の秋頃にチャンピオンの依頼で訪れた場所だ。手遅れになる前に追いつかねえとな。
Y'all seeing this? Yeah, it's not usually this color. Boy, do I. It's like we stepped into another world. The area has been completely corroded. I think this is the first time we're having Rune... Well, no, second time we're having Rune playable in the main story. First time was obviously during the prologue. Oh, no, third time, because we had him with Agnes in Act 2. What's more, the higher elements seem to be in effect. Maximum Paulette made such good memories here. Yeah, it's got a special place in his heart even now. Like there was any excuse for him to dump his schmaltzy love stories on us. Do you suppose Mr. Lugan's destination is the memorial tree deeper within? Without a doubt. That's where Maxim and Paulette buried their time capsule 7 years ago. So that's why. We'll want to be prepared for anything before treading in further. Yeah, ready up, gang. It's go time. Yeah, and since Rune's with us, he should have a, Yep, he got leveled up all the way up to 47. So now the only two kind of lagging behind are these two. Whenever we'll see them again in the story. So yeah, we're going to end things off here. So next time we're going to venture through the Memorial Park again. And then make our way over to Maxim himself and try to get him back to his senses. Because obviously, he has a version of some kind of event in his mind that's different from reality. So we have to bring him back from that due to the corrosion. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.